Hey everybody, and welcome back. You know, with Teen Titans Go releasing this weekend, I figure it would be the perfect time to discuss and analyze what is, in my opinion, the best DC related show that has ever been released. Cue the intro.
When there's trouble, you know who to call. Teen Titans. From their tower, they can see it all. Teen Titans. When there's evil on the attack, you can rest knowing they got your back. 'Cause when the world needs heroes on patrol, Teen Titans.
That's right, everybody. We are going to talk about the OG, the original Teen Titans. We have Robin, Beast Boy, Starfire, Raven, and... not Raven, sorry about that, and Cyborg. Guys, if you're like me, you grew up with Teen Titans, and if you're also like me, you love Teen Titans. This is a show that the more I think about it, the more I love it, and the more I see the impact that the show actually created. For number one, it was a superhero-related show that, although it carried really dark and mature themes, it was a show that anybody could get into, anybody could watch, and still, back to this day, it's a show that you can go back and watch and still get a lot of enjoyment out of. And also, it is one of those shows that introduced a lot of people to the world of comic books and superheroes and, you know, just really obscure characters that a lot of us didn't know of, but researched into and looked into to see if they were actually villains. It was a really cool and intriguing and just a show that got you involved as well. And there were a few reasons why I considered this show to be the best DC related show out of any DC comic book related television show. And number one thing is the development of the characters. Not only do we have a ton of episodes over the course of a few seasons where our beloved characters, our beloved Teen Titans are together fighting the villains, fighting these various bad guys and working as a team. We also have episodes where they're broken off and they're separated. We have lots of episodes where we have individual episodes for individual characters. Like all the episodes we got with Slade / Deathstroke and Robin, or Starfire with her sister, or Cyborg with his humanity, or Beast Boy and all of his obsession not only with animals but also with girls, and also Raven and the relationship she has with her father and her own personal private life. All of these episodes come together in just the perfect way. They flow in just a seamless way that makes this a really, really good show to not only watch and enjoy, but to just thoroughly get invested in. And as we all know, if there's one thing that helps us love a hero and push the hero forward when it comes to great storytelling, it's the obstacles that come in their way. And in my personal opinion, the villains that are provided when it comes to this DC comic book show, every single one of them is great. I loved pretty much every single one of the villains presented. Obviously, Slade Wilson Deathstroke is the main overarching villain throughout the entire series. But you also have Red X, you have the Moth King, you have so many other great villains throughout the show. Are there a lot of them? Yes, there most certainly are. But I'll tell you right now, Gorilla Grodd is also in here, and he's one of my all-time favorite villains when it comes to this show. And with every season, every episode, with every story that's put forth when it comes to Teen Titans, it's a show that not only develops the characters, develops the villains, but it's a show with a great deal of emotion too. I remember that Teen Titans, besides Avatar: The Last Airbender, it's one of the first shows that I officially remember where I was completely invested in the characters. Even if there wasn't a super overarching story to get invested into, the characters are what I cared about because of how well they were established, how well they were developed, and how well we got to see them, not only just as they are, but in alternate timelines. Who also remembers the time where Starfire jumped forward and she saw the alternate versions of all of her friends, the older versions? Like how Beast Boy was pretty much in the circus and old and fat, and Robin became Nightwing, and Raven became White Raven, essentially, with a white cloak and being enhanced by her powers and wanting to be left alone. It's just great stuff across the board. If you haven't had the chance to watch Teen Titans, I highly recommend seeking it out and finding it because, as I've stated across this analysis, be it the characters, be it the stories that are provided, be it the villains, be it the conflict that the heroes have, or the development and emotions that are provided throughout the entire show, Teen Titans, in my personal opinion, is the best DC-related comic book show I think I've ever seen. Even when I was younger. You know, have I watched it recently? Not within the past couple of months, but about 6 months ago, I did catch up and rewatched every season of it. And it's the best as far as DC is concerned, in my opinion. I haven't seen, be it Flash, Arrow, well, maybe Batman, maybe Batman the Animated Series. That's another topic for another day, though. But this show, it handles DC comic book characters, establishing them, developing them, and working on them like no other comic book show I think I've seen besides Batman the Animated Series. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, do yourself a favor and do so. And guys, that's it. That is my analysis and my thoughts on the original Teen Titans before the release of Teen Titans Go. Obviously, I didn't say everything I could have said. I could have talked for days about this show and how much I absolutely love it. But, of course, after all of this speech is done, guys, it is what you say that matters. It is what you get from these shows and movies, and I want to hear what your thoughts are. But before we leave off, guys, just once again, a big thank you to all of you who support this channel, and because of that, I got a new outro for you guys. I figured I wanted it to be a little bit more personal, so I could talk to you about the various stuff we got around here. Obviously, on this outro, we have my social media links. You'll be able to click on those and just... it'll take you to my social media links, and if those don't work, then go down to the description. There's links for all of those. Also, if you want to check out the latest videos that I've got on my channel, or just more videos in general, there's a link. You can go right there. And guys, if you like what I have to say for analyzing when it comes to movies and television shows, do yourself a favor and check out the Sweet Film Podcast that me and my buddy Mr. Zach Pope do. There's a link for that as well. But guys, as always, thank you so much for showing up, and if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right there and subscribe and become part of the fray of nerds who love cinema. You all have a fantastic day.